MarkKing here, and here's a story with WND, and it's titled "Undoing Ban on Race Sex-Based Preferences." Gail Harriet warns of harm to students. WND News Services. Okay, so I believe in merit, right? I want somebody who's better than me to get a job over me. I hate if someone would choose me over somebody who's more qualified. I would hate if somebody got chosen over me who's less qualified. And it doesn't even have to do with qualifications. It has to do who can do it and who can't, you know? And the thing is, it's very dangerous. Imagine somebody comes essentially so biased against men that it's really tough to succeed. Like I keep saying with the school system, it's completely feminized. And all they care about who can appease the kids, who can say yes, you're right the most frequent, okay? Who can give the most positive pats on the back. That's what it's about. Okay? It's people are awful. Okay, from top till bottom. Okay? Anyway, this is from Real Clear Politics, Gail Harriet. California Deep Blue legislature has been itching for repeal of Proposition 209 for years, okay? Adopted by voters in 1996, Proposition 209 amended California's constitution to prohibit the state from engaging in preferential treatment based on race or sex. It was rebuke to the identity politics obsessed state and local governments. The rebuke was especially sharp towards public universities where preoccupied with race and sex had grown to astonishing proportions. Golden State voters understood that diversity industry hoped they wouldn't. Preferential treatment for some groups necessarily means discrimination against others. By approving Proposition 209 by a wide margin, they aim to end race and sex spoils of the system, okay? Keep that in mind. One argument against the initiative originally made by Bill Clinton was under the Proposition 209, some California universities might have nothing but Asians. Why is that a bad... Again, they are afraid of reality. Okay? If Asians succeed, great. You know? Sorry if some races fail. Okay, you can't keep moving the goalpost and denying people who deserve things. Okay, again, it's where we're at. When times get hard, you'll see this bull end. Okay, things are still too easy. Okay, the hyperbolic comment drew criticism at the time. Not only was it false, it was also 12 years attempt to stoke racial resentment. Despite Clinton's demagoguery, many Asian Americans stood on the controversy sidelines in '96. Since then, however, two things changed. First, an eye-opening facts about admission policies have been leaked, and that's the one thing that's hot. Like you know what's funny, right? You think when people hear like somebody's being denied because of their race, or maybe their race is too successful, you think everybody will be on board and say that's wrong. But if it denies one of the oppression Olympic champions, then it's okay to deny Asians. Asian American voters not now know that how much the deck is stacked against them as their children. Against their children. At universities, not subject to Proposition 209, second, the number of Asian American voters has increased substantially. Okay, that's also a good thing. Okay. So everything, right? I find Asian women really attractive. Okay. Maybe that's my bias, right? This is why I try to fight for Asians. Also, I find Latinos and white chicks really attractive. so, but yeah, the point is, these things are awful. Consequently, Asian Americans' days of staying on the sidelines are over. Again, part of the thing is social media. It does make people smart, but also makes groups of people, because they banned free speech. It unites terrible people. Okay. They force like people who believe in free speech off of like Twitter and Facebook, and it does help build platforms. But Twitter is so large, and again, Twitter and Facebook especially, I keep saying they're propped up by the government. Okay, these are facts. Okay, they're pushed by the government to control ideas. Okay, this is why Gab and Parler have a hard time building their base. Okay, the government does not want to see Gab or or Parler succeed, believe it or not, okay? Those two are growing organically, okay? Not surprising, many of these same organizations are now gearing up to fight a repeal bill, okay? Organizing during lockdown will be tough, obviously. Mass meetings, that's gonna be tough, yeah. The best reason for retaining Proposition 209 isn't repealing it will encounter opposition. Isn't that repealing it will encounter opposition? Is that the initiative has not been good for Californians of all races, and would have been better if it followed more faithfully. Opponents argue 96 that University of California was required to apply the same admission standards to all students regardless of race underrepresented minority groups. Again, again, if some people are naturally smarter, it goes like, don't you want the best people? Unless that's BS, right? Don't you want the best people to do everything? The best people to be doctors, the best people to be physicians, the best people to be teachers. Again, what's happened? These people for the past 40, 50 years, they've gone into the education system and ruined it. Okay? Look when a lot of these initiatives have started. Look what's happened to America. Again, I worked for this woman teaching my last school, and she was flipping. This principal, she was like two-faced, and she was like, oh my god, she was awful. Like, there's nothing the kids could do that was wrong. Again, you gain nothing by always being patted on your back. This is what women fail to understand, especially women in these who are leaders in urban communities. There's no responsibility placed on anybody but the white man. Kid you not. It's either the white man's fault or the man's fault. Those are the two constants that I found in the school system. Decades of well-meaning but misguided admission policies have made it difficult for the affirmative action. Okay, so-called beneficiaries to exceed. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let me just end this here because this is getting kind of tedious and boring to me. There's some stats. Here we go. In the year immediately prior to Proposition 209 implementation, only one African American student in the entire freshman class was on the student fund implementation, full 20%. That was higher than the of Asian Americans, extremely close to the rate for whites the same year, 22. Even more impressive, the number of underrepresented minority students in the academic jeopardy collapsed. As Richard Sander and Stuart Taylor Jr. showed in their 2012 book Mismatch, how affirmative action hurts students in intended help. Why university won't admit it? Okay, a lot of times, right, they admit students to these universities who can't excel in them because of diversity reasons, and end up flunking out. Okay, it actually hurts. It hurts less qualified people. So if a hypothetical black guy does, said that wrong. If an urban youth does make it to Harvard, he most likely will fail because he doesn't belong there. Okay. Again, I've gone to school with diverse people. Asians tend to keep quiet, keep their heads down, do the work. Okay, not all, but most. Blacks tend to do the opposite. Not all, but most. Again, like my experience, and I went to like multiple high schools, and experience is all the same. Okay, it was all the same. Okay, one race tend to bully people. Okay, right. Anyway, I'll leave this here. Nothing else to add. Just diversity really hurts men. It hurts whites, and it hurts Asians, and it benefits people who frankly don't deserve it. It's wrong when I see people get denied based on their skin color and sex, and I just want the best people. That's it. It's a problem that's it's not hard to solve because it's been wrapped up for 50 years. You need 50 years to undo everything. You just do. You need 50 more years to just undo everything that's been done. And the only thing that'll solve it if there's a major war, because that's when the BS ends. Okay? I don't want war though, so. Alright, take care, share, subscribe, thumbs up, hope you enjoy something interesting. Take care, bye.